a day. Marcia, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here.
Well, as always, I'm honored to be here. And today, because of your mother, I would love to dedicate today's meditation to your mother and to all others who have chosen to transition because of this, using this pandemic. And I just think it would feel good since it's Archangel Azriel, who is the angel of death, the one who helps God and whom God helps, that we begin honoring those who felt that it was time to transition, and at the same time support those who are still here, who may feel a little lost and alone because of that loss of physical presence. So we're celebrating those who have chosen to go from physical life to spiritual life, and those who are remaining here in physical life with this beautiful angel of, I really think of him as the angel of rebirth, of allowing us to be reborn into the form that supports our greatest good at any particular time.
That's beautiful, Marcia. The floor is yours. Looking
All
forward.
right, so let us take a deep breath and close our eyes and welcome into our hearts and our minds Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael is a beautiful energy of guidance and peace. He is a pure energy of love, and he brings with him the energy of flow, support, safety, guidance. And it is into this energy of unconditional love and complete support and guidance that we are allowing ourselves to flow into as we deepen the breath and place our attention on the heart center, where Archangel Azrael is waiting to take us deeper into the heart of God, deeper into the place of new beginnings. With each breath, allow yourself to relax further. Allow your attention to be completely focused and aligned with the heart center. Feel your heart expanding, allowing more of God to be within you and less of those limiting and negative beliefs to be preventing you from accessing your divinity. And as Archangel Azrael rises up within you and circles around you, swirling you in a cloud of unconditional love, we allow each one of our hearts to open and to be transformed. From life to life, we move. From birth to rebirth. Expanding, growing, learning, becoming. Archangel Azriel guides us into these new beginnings, away from that which became no longer useful. We let go of that which is no longer serving us, gently releasing our hold upon the past and the way things used to be. Gently we let go of everything that is no longer serving our highest good. And from this place of empty, from this place of letting go, we are ready. We are ready to begin again, to start anew, to find the truth of our being, and to step more fully into our divinity. Let us reach out to Archangel Azriel. Hold on to his outstretched hands and allow him to guide us forward into our expansion, into our truth, into our beingness. As you are lifted higher, lifted away from that which has ceased to be of purpose, you feel yourself getting lighter. It becomes easier to breathe. You are more capable. Life begins to flow. You have stepped out of the place of struggle and into the place of your divinity, your purpose, and your peace. Allow any baggage, anything that is not for your highest good, to drop away, to be released from your energetic being and your physical self. Step renewed and refreshed into the flowing current of love and joy. Walk with Archangel Azriel as he guides you more fully into the light of love that God has sent forth to guide you. Walking along this lighted path, you realize how easy life becomes when you let go of forcing, resisting, or cajoling something to be the way you feel it should be. And now, as a free being of love and purpose, you allow yourself to receive that which is for your highest good. As you walk along this path, you receive more and more insight. You discover more and more fully all that it is that you desire to be and to do. You feel yourself expanding. You feel yourself renewing, glowing from the inside out. And you truly feel as though you can accomplish anything that is for your highest good. The limitations are gone. The spirit of lack and failure, doom and heartache, carried away on the wings of angels and coming to you down that lighted path are the energies of love, joy, and peace. Allow them to fill your heart and to expand out into your being. Allow yourself to be filled. And once you are full, flow out into the world. This love, joy, and peace. Bathe the world in unconditional love. Share the joy that you have found and bless the world with peace. You, as a divine being, have been given this purpose and this mission. Open your heart to receive the blessing. Open your heart and allow yourself to be filled. Open your heart and step fully into your divinity. And as a divine presence, fill yourself with the unceasing outpouring of love from God. And then overflow into the world over and over and over again. Breathing in deeply. Renew your beingness. As you exhale, release your fear, your doubt, your concerns. Let go. Let go of the weight. Let go of the pain. Let go of the burdens. Archangel Azriel holds out for you a cloak. It's a beautiful purple cloak. It recognizes your divinity. It establishes you firmly in the kingdom of heaven. Wear it proudly. Allow this cloak to remind you that you are safe and loved. Allow this cloak to remind you that you must fill your being first before you can be a blessing to others. And let go of that pattern of sacrifice and welcome in the gift of service. Give lovingly to all, first to yourself, and then to all others. As Archangel Azriel continues to lead you forward from one beautiful beginning to another. Fill with the light, the glorious light of renewal and rebirth. Allow yourself to expand, to rise, and to be restored. Bask in the glorious light of the heaven that lies within you. Expand with its presence and soar. Archangel Azriel sends blessings to each and every one of you. Those who remain in your physical incarnation and those who have returned to your spiritual bodies. Blessings, blessings, blessings to all beings. Let us sit in the presence and the silence as the Almighty brings forth a blessing for all beings, anywhere, everywhere, and all around. And when you are ready, return to your physical body, carrying with you the light of love, and be renewed.
Marcia, thank you. That was beautiful. I love working with Archangel Azriel's energy.
He is such a loving, giving, caring presence. Just truly, truly lovely.
I felt like I was in church in a good way. Your voice is so calming and so reverential. It was beautiful. I'm reminded Archangel Azrael is so much about supporting people through transitions, whether it's that transition of passing into the ethereal realm or even just any transitions that we go through here in the 3D. And you talked about renewal and rebirth. And every time we have a transition, whether it's spiritual growth or, a health issue or whatever, there is a sense of renewal and rebirth. And including what my mother just experienced when,
Yes.
and for some reason, I'm being asked to share with you about 30 minutes before she passed, I was sitting outside the window because she was COVID positive, and her whole ward, her whole floor was COVID positive. We weren't allowed to go in. And I was sitting outside her window watching every breath. And at one point, I really just sensed her spirit really wasn't in her body any longer, but it was in this other place. And the words that came to me was the space between living and dying. And I really just sat with that and was just soaking up what I was being shown about that space where you're really not here and you're really not there. It was fascinating. And I was shown her what I have called cocooning. Now, I've seen cocooning when someone has passed. I have not seen cocooning when someone is still here in the 3D. But what cocooning that I have seen is when the heart and the spirit is being cared for, and it's in preparation for continuing passing on. Generally, I've seen it when people have passed away from suicide or a significant illness, that kind of thing. I've seen the soul cocooning. And I witnessed my mother cocooning, and I saw beings around her with oil, and she was being anointed in oil. And it was almost like she was healing and gathering strength for her passing. So it was just so interesting, that space between the living and the dying, but the renewal and the rebirth. And also, while you were talking, I was thinking about those folks that are choosing this time to say, I'm not wanting to be here for this, and I'm going to take myself out one way or the other. And I was thinking of that gift that we are to each other, and just a reminder to folks to just reach out, because you don't know the pain that somebody else might be going through.
Absolutely. And Archangel Azrael is such a majestic presence. You know, they all have their own feel, and he's just so majestic that if you know somebody that is feeling as though they don't want to be here, or are perhaps battling with COVID or some other transitional kind of process, invite Archangel Azrael, because he brings with him such majesty that no matter what the belief system of the person, they will be able to feel this comfort and strength. And I think that is something that we can all do for each other, whether we know the person or not. If we just participate in a daily practice of sending love out into the world, it will go where it is needed, where the people are receptive, and where it can do the most good. So there's always something we can do. no matter what kind of quarantine restrictions we may be under, our spirits are never restricted. So we can send this love out and do the greatest good, even while we are isolated from each other, perhaps physically. So again, I am so sorry that your mother had to go at this time, because I think it's more difficult. You don't really get to spend the time that you may have wanted to. But I know that she felt your love and certainly was well attended by angels.
It was a packed house, actually. Yeah, she did not pass alone. I can tell you that for sure. Marcia, thank you so much. Excuse me. Thank you so much for being here. I also want to remind folks, Divine Mother is so strong right now. Her presence is so with us right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
As well.
And she is the presence of the Divine Mother as we move further into this awakening of the Divine Feminine is going to continue to get stronger, but she's not limited to women, nor is the Divine Feminine limited to women. This is everyone's opportunity to tap into their creative self, their nurturing side, their expansive self, and maybe take a minute to let go of the protective self or the structured self as we learn how to more fully integrate both sides. And please understand, men, you are not being excluded when we say the Divine Feminine is stepping forward. We are balancing. We are asking that the toxic masculine be allowed to be released. But the Divine Masculine is just as necessary as the Divine Feminine. So we want to always remember this is to be a woven fabric that will be much stronger than when we try to hold the two apart. So yes, Divine Mother is powerful right now and in attendance to all who are impacted and feeling lost or alone, and also in attendance to those of us who are wanting to share love out into the world. So yes, she's a fabulous presence.
She is. Marcia, if people want to learn more about you and the work that you're putting out into the world, how do they find you?
Please join me on my website. It's Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, and it's Marcia spelled Marcia or mmhearthealer.com.
Excellent. Thank you, Marcia. I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Thanks so much, Ruth. I appreciate the opportunity and the wonderful chance to share. It's probably the highlight of my day is getting to share the angels.
That's so sweet. And our friends here at Enlightened World Network, thank you so much for being here with us. If any of you are struggling and just need somebody to hold your hand, please reach out to us here at Enlightened World Network. We have so much love for you. Take good care and God bless, friends. Bye.